talk about loving the skin you're in or not. It's kind of a hot topic. It's been a hot topic for years. This whole notion of teaching our kids to love everything about themselves, accept their bodies and everybody else's bodies for what they are and how
You
they
mean
look.
accept, not accept.
Not accept. Yeah. No, ACC.
Just to be clear. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I love the Hold Up campaign when it first came out. I really love the fact, I think it hit me too at a time when I was a new mom with a newborn girl, and I was looking at this little child thinking, one day you are going to hate your thighs. That's impossible to me. But that campaign hit me on such a mom, like a concerned mom level. I didn't grow up loving my body, and I'm 50 and I still don't love my body. I can always find ways to make it better, criticize it. So I work really hard at home not to do those things in front of my daughter. So if Maddie comes into my room, I will shamelessly, just in my underwear, do a little dance for her, show her, look, I don't care what's going on.
We get a video of that.
No, we could never, ever get a
No,
video
I
of
totally
that.
hear you on that. I do the same. I'm role modeling. Like I have 3 teenage daughters now, and you know they've never heard words like fat or skinny or words about bodies come out of my mouth. You know, don't have a scale. Don't do.
I like that.
You know, I don't complain about my body. One time, I'm gonna say, it really sucked because I did complain to a friend and I didn't realize one of my kids was overheard me, and she was like, "What?" Like. And I was like, all those years of hard work of them never hearing anything me say anything negative about my body, and I was just like, oh, you know, something about my fat ass or whatever. And but it just, I was like, oh,
you undid all that work.
Undid
all of
that
us.
work. But you know what? You just get back on that horse and start being body positive.
Okay,
yeah.
but I'm here today to say I don't think you should get back on the horse.
Tell us, Jack.
I'm going to
Talk
tell you,
to us.
and I'm going to show you how unpopular I can be in about 30 seconds. So I've been thinking a lot about this, and one day Maddie, who is this big, I wish I could share the video. She was in a tap class, and she's lean, she's strong, and she had this bodysuit on. And I was like, oh my God, look how muscular her legs are already. Like, she does a lot of activity. And then I have these Justice track pants for her, but they're not tight. She wears tights a lot, and she didn't want to wear them because she thought her thighs looked big. She's 7.
You willed that on her when you looked at her in the baby and said, one day you're not going to like your thighs.
Exactly. And she heard she heard my indoor voice. And so it was really upsetting. I talked to her a lot at that point about, you know, the importance of functioning in our bodies and like being strong and healthy, eating right, staying active. But she wasn't buying it. And then I thought, would I buy that? And I realized that, like, I think, in my opinion, we're going over the top and being unrealistic. We're completely swinging the pendulum the other way when we should be going into the middle. We're saying, no, you should love your body no matter what. But the reality is, I think if my daughter keeps hearing this message, you should always love your body, you should always love your body, it is natural for us to pick on ourselves. It is natural for us to not always love everything about the way we look. And then my daughter's going to go, oh, I actually don't really love this about my body, but that must be abnormal because I've grown up hearing I should love everything. And if I don't, what's wrong with me?
Except that, I mean, there's so many conversations happening around it. Like, girls are talking to each other about it, and boys too. I mean, there's some, you know, body stuff with boys. And I think, you know, these conversations are happening. But you got to think also, like, the messages, the reason why they're thinking so much about their bodies is because of their access to medium now, right?
Yes.
It's so different, right? Like, when they're digesting messages on social media, on TV, on videos, on Netflix, on all of the places.
Yeah.
So they're getting the message about how their body should look all the time.
Yeah,
all
like
day,
we're
all
still
night.
doing that.
But interestingly, don't you all, that is generational. But when I think about our moms, like our moms were classic for going on the Atkins diet.
Oh
my
God.
mom was always on a diet. All of her
Yes.
friends were doing diet clubs.
Yep.
So, and that was like, there was no media around it then. So why then were the women all thinking they were fat and wanting to do something about it too?
Yeah.
This has been going on for generations.
But that's what I mean. It is like it's almost like it's bred in us to not appreciate our body to its full
Yeah,
entirety
right.
until maybe we don't have something anymore. But that's what I
Or
mean.
we truly are to the age where we're just like, we don't give a crap.
But like, do you truly know anyone who like looks at their body from head to toe, inside and out, and goes, "I love everything about my body, and I'm totally 100% comfortable with it"? Like, don't we all sometimes look at ourselves?
No, but
and
it
go,
depends on how much time you spend worrying about it or thinking
That's
about
true.
it.
That's
This is
true.
like, if like, okay, so there's some things about my body that I'm like, oh, you know, that it'd be nicer if, but
Yeah.
I don't obsess over it. It doesn't take up a lot of airtime
Yeah.
in my head. I'm like, I'm really super glad that like my body was able to make all those humans. That was really cool of it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that my legs can, you know, I can go for a big long hike. Like, I really do appreciate the functionality of my body.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so while I do think occasionally, oh yeah, it'd be nice if, you know, my arms didn't flap or something when I waved, you know, and it's just not, it's not taking up a lot of headspace. I think where
Yeah.
the problem is when it becomes that obsession. It's all you're thinking about,
Yeah.
and you're projecting that on the kids, and that's what they're thinking about too. So I don't think there's anything wrong with a kid being like, oh, I wouldn't mind being a bit leaner, I wouldn't mind being a little
Yeah.
more muscular, but it's what are they doing about it? Are they starving themselves? Are they making themselves puke? Are they,
Yeah.
and are they exercising to excess? Like, are they talking about it incessantly?
That's the thing. I think that the healthier approach is to say to a kid like, "Hey, you know what?
We all have things.
You guys, because you're kids, eat a lot of carbs. Well, those
Mm-hmm.
carbs are gonna like build up in your body if you're not also being active. If you're just sitting on your iPad all day,
Yeah.
guess what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's gonna collect. You don't have any way to burn it off. I think the healthier conversation is, oh, are you, you know, like maybe you don't love this or that. I don't like. I never want to support my daughter for saying she doesn't love her body, but I do want to give her some strategies. Like, hey, well, maybe just get out and go for a run or a walk, or like do something a little active.
How about
Just
not the
get
3 Cokes after dinner?
yeah, or like we don't give
Yeah,
we don't
no.
have treats after dinner, after meals we don't have treats.
don't, yeah.
So maybe it's more like talking about eating healthier and not so that and not going for a walk and not eating healthier so you can get thin, but because going for a
feels
walk
good.
feels good. It releases endorphins and they're feel good stuff.
It's
right?
that thing, exercise because you love your body, not because you hate it.
Exact. That's a really good point.
Right?
You should totally be a bumper
Hashtag.
sticker.
Yeah,
That's your
yeah,
next job,
yeah,
writing bumper
that's-
stickers.
I'm going to. But it is interesting too, because being in this mom space, I do find on the Instagram and on the social media, moms, and I might get unpopular really quickly here too.
You can join me a race to the bottom.
Exactly. I really am getting tired of seeing pictures of your bodies. So, okay, I'm glad you lost the weight. And you know, every once in a while, like you want to post a picture about that. Okay, cool. Maybe it's inspirational, but I don't want to see pictures of your body every day. And maybe it's because you lost weight, or maybe it's because you appreciate your body. You're like, look what my body's done. Look, I've got I've got the mom belly or the muffin top, but I'm okay with it. And that's great. But why are we posting pictures of our bodies all the time, not doing anything? Like, I want to see your bodies like giving birth. I want to see your bodies
Oh, I don't wanna see that.
breastfeeding. She gets
I don't wanna see
cringy.
that,
She gets
yeah.
cringy with the undercarriage.
Do you know?
She doesn't want to see your undercarriage. I
but-
do.
no.
I want to see pictures of your body like windsurfing. I don't know, playing hockey at the park
Yeah.
with your kids. But just the constant pictures of just moms' bodies, whether it's because they love them, hate them, they've accepted them, whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like, can we just focus on what our bodies are doing, not just being? They're just capsules.
Well, also too, like my daughter, only being 7, she still sees stuff on my Instagram. Like
Yeah.
if I'm there, if she sees me posting pictures of my body all the time, guess what she's gonna do when she gets a phone when she's 25?
Yeah.
When social media is hopefully dead by
Yeah,
then.
yeah, exactly.
But we're role modeling. We're
Yeah.
saying, hey, it's okay to show your like. I don't want her showing her.
We're
belly
more than
or
our
whatever.
bodies.
Yeah.
We're more than our bodies. That's the content that we should be talking about.
Yeah, and I
What's
think
going on
it's-
up here?
Yeah, what's going on up here? And like, you know, if we create this conversation, like you said, where everything is about our body, love it, hate it, accept it,
Yeah.
then we do have that very body centric
That's right.
development where they're very aware and very keenly aware of their body and what it's doing or not doing. And then we're just back into the same rut where they're comparing their bodies and
Yeah.
they're not happy. Or I think it's got to be more about, you know, like, yes, you should accept and love your body, but you should also treat it with respect. Exercise, good food, you know.
I just don't want it. I just don't want the talk of bodies to become so like the most important topic that kids or moms
Yeah.
are talking about.
Yeah, 'cause
like
we're
I
back
don't want
to
it
the
taking up
70s.
everyone's headspace all the time.
Yeah.
You have other things to talk about, so
Yes. Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do
We're
that.
gonna start.
Okay, what do you have to say about it? Are you like, are you kind of agree, or are you like, no, I love to post pictures of my body, whatever? Like, you do you. I'm just saying that I don't like that our bodies take up so much headspace. That's all.
Yeah, I'd like to
all.
think less about my body.
Yeah,
I do
I'm
think
sure.
less of my body. No, I like to think about it less.
See what she did there?
See how I did that?
Clever. Subscribe, tune in, and make sure you tell us what you want us to talk about. We'll see you next time.